Hello there, Capricorn. Welcome back to Misfits of the Zodiac. My name is Ace. I'm doing a little bonus autumnal reading, if you will, today. I felt inspired to create this reading utilizing one card of the tarot to kind of summate the energies that are going to be around you for the fall months, if you will. A crystal that could either amplify or help with the energy in some way. I have one animal from my animal oracle deck that will kind of be your like guiding star, but also kind of an animal totem for you to kind of keep in mind through this autumnal season. And also an oracle card from my Secret Woods oracle that kind of helps me dig a little bit deeper and more nuance into the energy. I want to say before I start that if you have any placements with Cancer, specifically rising, your Cancer rising, or if you are a Cancer moon, I would highly recommend checking out that. If you have the time, that reading is very much in alignment with this here. And I feel like this is going to get you a little bit more nuance, but there's a lot of synchronicity with that reading, and I feel like it could be really beneficial if you happen to have those placements along with this reading. So, all that being said, let's get right into it. Your first card is the Seven of Athames. This card is talking about being strategic. If you notice here, I'm not thrilled with this depiction, but there's some rabbits here that he's holding. He's basically bringing his game that he's caught to the house, but he was being very strategic in how he got these rabbits. In this particular reading, I feel like you are the rabbit, okay? You have been escaping at the last second this entire time. You've been using your instincts. There's been a lot thrown at you during the months of fall. And I feel like you have been slipping out of the grips, okay? Not making it to the trap. You've been finding the trap and then escaping just before you get caught, if that makes sense. And I feel like your instincts really have helped you not get entangled in whatever is going on around you, and you've been finding a way to leap at the last second to avoid being trapped, if you will. And rabbits come up a lot for you, and you have the same placements as Cancer. These were very, very well shuffled cards, so I can't stress enough checking out the Cancer reading if you have time. I feel like it's going to be beneficial. So the crystal that you got is selenite. I use selenite mostly for cleansing. This could help with if you have been feeling like you're leaping at the last second every time just to avoid some sort of bad something that's in your immediate vicinity. Finding a way to cleanse the space could be really beneficial. Selenite's also good for psychic insight, blessings, fidelity, and deep connection. I feel again like you've been using your psychic insight. You've been using your intuition has been screaming leap at the last second, and you've been jumping out of harm's way every single time. And I feel like while it's great that you've avoided being captured, it could leave some emotional residue of this like fear of like, okay, now you're like almost on edge because you're looking in every direction looking for the danger, okay? And I think that finding a way to get yourself grounded and finding a way to continue to amplify your psychic energy, your psychic insight, would be beneficial. If you don't have selenite, you can cleanse through smoke. You can cleanse through taking a bath and getting grounded. If you have Epsom salt, and you can use Epsom salt, use your own discretion. I find also if you don't have selenite to kind of help you ground, you can use celestite, you can use, or celestite, I think that's how it's pronounced. I would also highly recommend, this is popping into my brain, using clear crystal quartz, because it's one of the ones that you can find at almost any metaphysical shop. It's very cheap, and it helps cleanse any energy. It helps cleanse your, if you don't use selenite, it can help amplify energy, and it can help get rid of any unwanted energy, if that makes sense, depending on how it's charged. So I would look into that if you can for your months of the autumnal season. And then you have some synchronicity. And these two synchronicities, again, are in alignment with Cancer. So you have the rabbit. Again, I think you've been jumping every time to avoid capture for a while now, and you've been doing it successfully. You've been following your intuition. Congrats, because you've stayed out of some really tough positions. The one thing that this is saying now is, again, because you've been feeling the need to do that, and it's been keeping you basically alive, okay? I don't mean literally, but it could be. You've been avoiding capture. You've been avoiding the turmoil that you saw coming and escaped at the last second. It's creating this feeling of like jumpiness, this feeling of potential anxiety in your system because you've been needing to kind of stand guard the whole time. So be aware of that. Find a way to get yourself grounded so you're not feeling like you're jumping at every sound or every movement, okay? Because I think that's going to be really beneficial to alchemize the energy and not let it like get out of control, if that makes sense, and start making you feeling anxious about the slightest of things. And the last card that you got is the Alchemist, also a rabbit. Improve your outlook. So he's creating this like little T here, okay? Again, I think he's finding a way to get grounded. He's finding a way to alchemize the energy, that feeling of the anxiety that you've been feeling from needing to leap from thing to thing to thing just to keep yourself moving and keep everything going and the people around you potentially safe. And I think this is asking for you to find ways to get grounded, find ways to help soothe any of that anxiety. Some recommendations, because he's utilizing tea here, if you are a tea drinker, obviously use your own discretion. I don't know what you're allergic to. You need to look into that. But chamomile and lavender are huge for this. They will help any anxiety. They will help you sleep. And looking for things like that. If you practice yogurt, maybe yogurt, I don't know, helps you. That could help with your stomach. Probiotic. It's a probiotic. So if you're having anxiety in your stomach and it's showing up there, maybe I'm supposed to say that. So that just came to my brain. Anything that's going to make you feel like you're secure and you're feeling like you can continue to make these leaps, but you're not skittish, would be helpful, okay? So whatever that looks like to you, some people go for a walk, hiking, being around family or friends, anything that's soothing to the soul, look into that for the months of your autumn, because I think it's going to help you stay on track and help you not get too flighty and needing to jump at every little sound or every little movement. But you've been killing it so far. I feel like I need to make sure that I say that. You've been keeping out of harm's way for a hot minute now. So congrats on getting yourself through a really rough time. And I think by winter, you're going to be in a very different place. But for whatever reason, you've just been needing to like leap from thing to thing. And again, if you need a little bit more clarification, I would highly recommend checking out Cancer's reading, because the placements are very much in alignment and there's a similar energy, but it's a little bit more nuanced than that. So I would highly recommend checking that out if you can. If not a big deal. Assume that you got everything that you needed out of this reading. Not a problem at all. I just wanted to like let you know that that's available if you need it. I hope this helped. I hope this was interesting. This was kind of an inspired reading that I put together, and it felt right at the time. So let me know if this resonated with you in the comments below, or send me a like, share, or subscribe, and have you come back as a misfit. And if I don't see you until then, I will see you for your December monthly reading. Bye, guys.